Good morning, guys. All right. Alrighty, hopefully some of you are going to jump on this morning. It was great to see all the comments come in from yesterday's training. I thought it was a pretty good one, actually, gotta say. All right, so just got a text message. Yeah, so good to see so much chatter going on about day one's content, and I hoped it really helped. As I said, if it was something that I had access to in the early days of my coaching business, I would have been a very happy girl. So today is all about creating a strong and steady, hey Lisa, hey Jess, stream of quality leads, high quality leads. And one of the I'm going to go broad and then I'm going to come back narrow. But one of the things that I remember when I was building my Taekwondo school, which you wouldn't think is at all relevant, but it is, and that is, I remember reading up some training on how to, build my martial arts school. And I remember the instructor, or the book that I was reading, I think it was, said something along the lines of, don't look for one place to bring in 20 clients, look to 20 places to each bring in one client or student. And I thought, oh, that is brilliant, because everybody tends to put all of their eggs in one basket. It's so true. And if one stream of leads or clients dries up, then you're screwed basically. And big companies know that anyway. They know that if they rely heavily on one source, then if that disappears, then they're screwed. And so we need to apply that same principle to our coaching businesses. Don't look to one place to pick up all of your clients. Look for, maybe 5 to 10 different avenues for you to bring clients into your world. I'm going to give you my top 3 in a moment, way to bring in leads to your business. But let's just talk about the quality aspect first. And the quality aspect is, we want quality leads. We want people that are coming into our discovery calls, to, like I spoke about yesterday, to already have self-selected a little bit, and we want to put them through a process that's a little bit rigorous, so that the people that are just going to waste our time are removed from the equation. Because we want to make sure that any discovery call that we do, we really have an odds-on chance of converting that client and working with them and being able to have an impact on their lives. And if we just continue to do rubbish discovery calls, then it just builds up it sets up a bad habit, and we feel like, we're doing all of these discovery calls and we're not converting anyone, so we must be crap at it. When a lot of the time it's just that you've got the wrong people doing those calls, and you haven't filtered them properly. So how do you attract quality leads? Now, it's going to depend on many things, but it mostly comes down to you and what you're putting out there. So the quality of your content is going to dictate the quality of person that you bring into your world. The look and feel of your brand and your messaging, the things that you have to say, the language that you use, all of that determines who you're going to attract into your world. I don't attract anyone into my world and doing discovery calls with me who think I'm going to charge them, $2,000 for a coaching package, because that's just, I don't charge $2,000 for a coaching package. I haven't done that since bloody 1999 or something like that. Hey Daniela, great to see you here. I know you just joined in yesterday. So how you put yourself forward into the world is going to be a reflection of what you get back as far as the quality of the leads that come into your world. So if you, think about, I love this. I can't remember, we were having a conversation a little while ago and this came out of my mouth and I'm like, it's gold. But there are two, think about the internet, right? And think about the coaches or the influencers that are on the internet. There are some of those people that are the $2 shops of the internet, where they're just throwing shit at the internet. They don't really care too much about making sure that it's, great work, or that it's visually beautiful, or they're just spewing, crap at the internet. And we call those the $2 shops of the internet. So we want to be our version of, I don't know, Harrods or whatever it is. In Australia we have David Jones, places like that. So think about You want to position yourself as that, you know, the David Jones or the Neiman Marcus or whatever it is of the internet, and not a $2 shop, because the $2 shop businesses are going to attract cheap and nasty buyers. And if you position yourself in a way that is of quality and you're very clearly showing value, then that is how people are going to see you. Hi, Emily. So it really all starts with you and what you're projecting out into the world, you know, into the internet, or, you know, however you want to say it. So know that that is going to be a reflection of what you're getting back. So if right now you're getting tire kickers and price shoppers and people that expect a lot of things for nothing, then think about what you're putting out, you know, content wise. What does your branding look like? What is it that you're saying with your mere presence that is bringing that experience to you? Because that is where you need to start. So I know, you know, you're probably like, well, what's the lead magnet thing and all the rest of it? You know, you probably want to know about that, and that's all important stuff. But what I want to talk to you about is the most important thing, which is exactly that. It's, you need to start with you. You need to start with what you're putting forward into the world, because that is going to be a reflection of what you get back. All right. So be really clear about that. If you're getting, you know, the people that you want into your world, but just not enough of them, that's okay, because you can fix that. That's just volume. And you're obviously doing a great job at attracting the type of people that you want into your world. But if you're not getting those people, then you need to really have a look at, you know, what is your messaging? What is your brand reflecting? What is it that you're reflecting out into the world? And do your work on that. Thanks for the love. All right. So now that we're clear on that, what I want to talk to you about is what are my top 3 ways for bringing in leads? And my number, I've got to share something with you guys. See how I keep hiding this? You know how, I don't know, if you've been in my world for a little while, you know I have this ongoing battle. One with like washing my hair, because it drives me crazy. I did it this morning, so I'm feeling very accomplished. And the other thing is like, you know, wanting to dress nice, but you know, I'm going to go for a walk after this. So this is how I do things. I've got like my workout gear on, my runners, and I'm doing the old newsreader trick where you just dress from the top. So I've got my workout gear on. Anyway, that's the way I roll. And I thought, I don't care about just rocking up in my workout gear to do this, but I know I'm going to package this course up, and I need to look respectable if I'm going to sell it as a product. Anyway, that's an aside. So that's why I keep tucking it in though, because I think you can see my workout gear when you probably just think it was a singlet and I just gave away all my secrets. All right, so the first way to gain good quality leads is always going to be Facebook ads or Instagram ads. And the reason for that is you get to really zero in and target those specific people that you want. So you can, you know, the things like targeting their age, targeting their location, targeting their likes, targeting all of those different things. Yeah, we're on the same page, Emily. So you can target really heavily, and if you know your market, if you know exactly who your market is, you know your marketing message and the visuals and all the rest of it are going to have an impression on those people. It's going to get their attention. So whatever lead magnet it is that you create, you know, it's got to be a really strong match for your market. You know, they've got to really want it, because we see so much stuff on our newsfeed now. You know what it's like. And even the stuff that once upon a time I would have clicked on because I would have thought, oh, you know, that's really interesting. Now I just let it pass me by because it's like it's just more crap. And so I know that I'm fighting against that, especially with the women that I want to work with, because they've been around the block a few times. And, you know, I have to work doubly hard to cut through and let them know that, you know, I'm not somebody who's been here for 5 minutes and knows how to buy stock images and make them look pretty. You know, that's what we're competing with. So you've got to be really strong with your content messaging as well. And that's where my marketing is going to turn to. You know, I'm going to turn to I do a lot of content stuff anyway, but not so much Facebook campaigns for the next month, but a lot of boosted posts. a lot of really good quality content without any call to action, just because I know people are going to land in my inbox anyway because they want to know more. So Facebook paid traffic is definitely important, whether it is, you know, your sponsored posts, whether it is a proper full-blown campaign, and you need to do both. You can't just do one or another. They're going to get different results. But paid traffic is important. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know, I've been at this for a long time and, you know, I don't have any leads coming into my business. Well, what are you actually doing? Are you putting some skin in the game? Are you trying and testing Facebook ads? You know, my last lot of campaigns, it's like, you know, it cost me. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, but it's like, that's just part of the deal. You just got to pay your bill and then you start again and away you go. And so don't expect to get it right the first time. You've got to hang in there, but make sure that your Facebook ads go to a lead magnet. And that lead magnet is something that appeals to your market, gets their attention, and gives them a quick win. I'm not going to go into that in this program. The Leveraged Entrepreneur program, which is the leveragederentrepreneur.com, we do all of that. We go through all of the lead magnet stuff and building out funnels, and it's $20 a month. You can even start for $1. I'm about to put that price up to $79 or $77 a month US in the coming week. So it's a good time to get into that program right now, because at $20, it will never go up for you. So if you join at $20 US dollars a month, it's always going to stay that way. So if you want more help with the funnel stuff and building out, you know, your lead magnet and your email sequence to convert people from there, you know, all of that stuff, that's all in that program. And as I say, it's $20 a month. So definitely worth doing that. If that's something that you have trouble with, it should be a no-brainer. The quality of the content, if you like this program, you know, the quality of the content is even better because there are workbooks and all that sort of stuff. So that's my number one place. It is paid leads through Facebook ads, you know, or Instagram ads. I find that Facebook gets me a better return than Instagram. I think my people just seem to be more spendy on and more click happy on Facebook than they are on Insta, but maybe I just need to change my approach there, which I will. I'll continue to test that. Anyway, the second place that I get my leads from is just in Facebook groups. So when I was first starting out, I did a lot of this, and then I didn't really need to do it anymore, so I stopped. But as I'm, you know, rebuilding this brand again, I'm doing more of it. And it just reminded me of how well it works. And that is simply go into the groups where you're a member of, even if there's 30,000 people in there and you think no one is paying attention. I'm not even talking about going in and posting your, you know, Freebie Friday or whatever it is. I'm talking about going in there and being of service. So go through the news feed of a group. So right now I'm playing in the B School group, the big group, not the small Australian group for any of those B Schoolers out there, but the big B School group. I'm an alumni. I did that course in 2012. I say I did the course. I signed up for the course. I never did the course. I may have watched a couple of modules, but the group was really good, right? So it's big now, but what I do in that group is I go in and I go through the news feed, and people are always asking questions. Hey, can someone help me with this? Hey, can someone help me with that? Hey, can someone help me with this? And I'm like, yeah, I'll message you now, or shoot me a message. And I'm very less is more in that space, because I don't want to be seen as some sort of desperado who's just in there like a shark, like trawling for clients, because it's not that. But if I'm in that community and I see somebody needs help and I think I can help them and I can get them into a discovery call, then why wouldn't I? You know, it's a great way to look for clients. You've just got to be classy about it. You know, don't be that person that, you know, you go to a networking group and they're like, hi, my name's such and such. Here's my card. We should do coffee. And you're like, sorry, what was your name again? At least buy me a drink first. You know, that sort of over the top, just there to sell sort of thing. You don't want to be that girl. So you've got to go in there and just be really classy about it and genuinely go in there with a desire to help people. That's what I do. If there's something that I can help somebody with, I'll always give away free information, because you're not just helping that person. Everybody else is seeing your comments. Everybody else is seeing your, you know, that you know what you're talking about. I know I've signed up coaches or, you know, used VAs, or I've used a lot of people from that group because not because they've been in there going, hey, buy my stuff, but because I've been watching them answer people's questions, and it's like, oh, she really knows her stuff. And so what you can do if you go into a group You can search if you click on, there's a couple of things you can do. You can click on the search, click on that person's, search that person's name, and you'll see all their comments come up. Or you can click on their profile and it opens up another window that shows you all of the recent comments and things like that. So, I've worked with people a lot just from being able to go and look at, oh wow, they really know their stuff. Look at how they help this person out. Then I'll go check out their website, and if things match up, I'll have a conversation with them. So don't underestimate that as a way to get leads. Just go and be of service, and people will appreciate it. And if you're the right fit, you might not be for the person, or the person might not have the money to invest at that time with you. But all these other people are going to see that you've been helping and you know your stuff. So it goes a long way. So just always use that. And the last one is just get out and about and live your life. My business partner in my other business is an absolute freaking freak. Like she said, I was having a picnic in a park the other day, and I was just sitting there and I was on the phone, and a couple of guys were sitting at a table across from me, and they overheard the conversation, and they said, oh, what do you do? And she was talking about our sales program. They're like, oh, we need to set up a meeting. It's like, that is her life. Seriously, she is like a lead magnet. She can just walk down the street and someone will say, oh, I think we need to sit down and have a conversation. Might help that she's blonde and buxom and all the rest of it. Doesn't hurt, but she picks up leads just by being out and about. She's just moved recently, so she's having to use a hot desk during the day until the end of the school season, end of the school year. And I know that by being in a hot desk, sitting at a hot desk and, meeting people over the water cooler, our business is going to grow exponentially over the next few weeks. And it's freaking hilarious, but it works. She's very good at that. And so just being out and about and going to networking events, and they don't, the networking event thing got a really bad rap in the 90s and 2000s, I guess, but it doesn't have to be a dodgy or crappy experience. It's as, there are times when I've been to Business Chicks events and I go on my own usually, and you sit around a table of people that you don't know, and you get talking, and they ask you about what you do, and they get excited about it, and they say, oh, have you got a card? Usually I don't. So I say, I don't, but can I take your card and I'll get in touch with you? That stuff happens. If you're passionate about what you do and you're not there selling, you're just there to deliver, you're just there to be part of the situation, enjoy the speaker, have a glass of bubbles, whatever it is, and then you get out and you can have a conversation. Those conversations come up. So they're my top 3. Paid leads through a really good lead magnet through Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Remember, you can join the Leveraged Entrepreneur program. I'll put the link in if you want to really dive deep into how to create the perfect lead magnet for your market. And the next one is go into those Facebook groups and really be of service, because that is going to help you to get leads. It doesn't mean people are going to go to your website and buy stuff if you're a coach, but it means you can, have those behind the scenes conversation to get people into those discovery calls. And then networking, just being out and about. I remember being at the pool when my kids were having swimming lessons, and I had my Taekwondo school back then. But I remember picking up students all the time, because I would just talk about the fact that I had a Taekwondo school and I loved it, and how good it was for, women, because I was talking to the mums, and that really helped grow my business. It wasn't a, strategy as such, it just happened. So when you're out living life and participating and doing all of those things, you're going to meet people, and then you're going to be able to talk to them about your stuff, and they will talk to you about their stuff, and, it's all part of the deal. So there are probably 20 different ways that I could talk about right now to bring more leads into your business, but think about your own, think about what are, 3 to 5 ways that every month are going to be a source of bringing in leads to my business. And there was other thing I was going to say then. You'll often be surprised too when you put together your packages and you know exactly what it is that you're doing and where you want to go with it. As far as, I've really narrowed in on my 2 main coaching packages at the moment, and I love them. And I was chatting with a girl yesterday, and I think we're going to do a blend of both of those programs. But she's clearly able to see, you know, this package or this package. But when you're really clear about what you want, you'd be surprised at where people come from. One of my other clients, we just launched her website yesterday, quietly, her first product, service-based product. And I've been talking to her about what we want to do in the beginning is, you know, get some sales through the community that you already know. And she's like, oh, I don't know anyone. There's no one that's going to buy my stuff in my community because you're like, no one. I'm like, okay. And then she posted, she changed her banner image on her Facebook, and it basically spoke about what she was doing and coming soon sort of thing. And she said, I had about 10 people just jump on and they're like, oh, she said, I think, and then there's this other group I belong to, and every month they do a meet and greet, so I'm going to go there. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's only when you stop thinking that, you know, there's no one in my world that's going to buy my stuff, and you start thinking about just being out there. Like, this woman didn't do anything specifically to try and pick up clients. She just went, oh, okay, well, this is what I'm doing now. And people were attracted to that. So don't underestimate the people within your community. You know, we're so lucky now. Back in the day, when I first started coaching, there was no Facebook. You know, and I did rely on networking events and running workshops and speaking events and things like that. And the local newspaper, paid ads. Actually, I did a free column every week for 12 weeks in the local newspaper, and that helped me a lot. But I didn't rely on any one thing. I had a lot of different places where things were coming in. I was also regional manager for our coaching organization, so I was the head of that. So I also had people that wanted to work, you know, new coaches who wanted to come in and work with me because, you know, I was front and center as a regional manager and organizing events and speaking at these events and all the rest of it. So, and then, you know, later on, I started to do things like, you know, BNI. I did BNI for a little while. Sorry for those of you who love it. It's definitely got its place. But a lot of people don't carry their weight in those places. And then I was president of that for a while, and then I was president of another business organization, and I just continually put myself out there and in front of people, you know, and each of those places I had to speak a lot, and I was front and center a lot of the time, and that's how I picked up a lot of my clients. You know, then of course you can get yourself on podcast interviews and things like that, but if you're really clear on who you are and your message, you know, what you're really owning your value, you know what it is that you bring, and you have no apologies for being good at what you do, and you've got to get there, then it's easy to be able to do that sort of stuff, to gain the attention of those people and to put yourself forward because you know that you're good at what you do. Anyway, that's it, guys. So again, just to recap, quality leads is going to depend upon you. Like, are you being of quality? What are you putting out there? Because that's going to reflect what you get back. And then know that there are, you know, you don't rely on any one place for your leads. Facebook ads or paid leads, groups, go in there and be of service and get out and about, do some networking, go and, I don't know, talk to people when your kids are swimming in the swimming pool or whatever it is. Be out there and talk about what you do, be passionate about what you do. People are going to buy your energy, they're going to buy your passion, all right? So you've got to be out there and you've got to be banging your drum every single day, because if you're not excited about what you do, then why would anybody else be? You know, I am so passionate about what I do. I'm so passionate about the clients that I'm working with right now. I'm so passionate about, you know, the work that I'm doing. I love it, and I love the free content. I'm passionate about delivering this program, and it's working magic. You know, my inbox is full, and it's working the magic because I'm excited and passionate about it, and that's what you want too. This feels easy for me. This feels like the easiest thing that I could do in the world. Show up every day and deliver really good content that I know you guys are going to get a kick out of and use, and it's going to have an impact. That's where you want to be as a coach, because it is really all about your message, the quality of your message, the quality of your information, how you're putting yourself out there. And that's who you're going to get back. And even, you know, just quickly, like me showing you that I'm in my workout gear with my nice top and earrings on, that is I feel totally comfortable doing that with you guys because, I mean, why wouldn't I? But that's because of the type of women that I attract into my world. You guys, you know, you get a kick out of that and you understand it. Emily, you do it yourself. So you relate to me. And that's what we want. We want the world to see who we are, because if we're hiding that, we're not going to attract the right type of people into our world. I went down that road, not deliberately, but it ended up being, you know, a road that took me a long time to come back from, because I ended up in a world attracting people that were just sucking the life out of me and totally unappreciative. And now the clients that I have are so appreciative. You know, they just so low maintenance and they just love the work that we're doing together, and I love it too. You know, I love it, and it makes me want to do more for them, and it makes them want to lift and work harder for themselves as well. And it's just a perfect place to be in my business, and that's what I want for you guys too. But you can only get there by really putting yourself out there, being you, and making sure people see all of you, because that is what's going to be the difference. Anyway, I got to go do my call in the Leveraged Entrepreneur now. Have a great day, and tomorrow when I come back, we are doing getting your mind right and setting yourself up for a successful month. And then we're going to do, that's when I'm going to introduce the challenge element to you guys. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.